Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Bitcoin slumps below $63,000 and altcoins get wrecked as crypto succumbs to risk-off mood, guys. Likely also hitting prices was the movement of nearly $2 billion of Bitcoin and Ethereum in wallets linked to Genesis trading. I've noticed something about the market within the last few days, which I'm going to go over in a sec. Let me read you this, though. Bitcoin's attempt to even a modest early rally during U.S. trading hours on Friday was quickly snuffed out. The price did drop 4%, and we've seen Bitcoin basically just continue to move downward ever since. In about the past 90 minutes, alongside a major slump in the equities market. A weak July U.S. job report earlier on Friday sent bond yields and the dollar plunging, the sort of action that often sends risk assets like stock and Bitcoins into the green, but it's not the case today. Just ahead of the noon hour in the U.S., the Nasdaq is down 3.1% and the S&P 500 2.7%, led by an 11% post-earnings decline in Amazon and a 5% drop in Nvidia. So bringing up the Nasdaq real quickly, you guys can see over the last few days, well, we have seen a decline for the Nasdaq. Of course, if you guys are watching this video on Sunday, August the 4th, the markets aren't open today. They are reopening tomorrow. But just to kind of paint a picture of where we are at with regards to the S&P 500, let's bring up that chart here. Last couple of days have been negative for the S&P and the Russell 2000. Let's bring up the IWM. You guys can see here a big drop on Thursday and then trying to recover. I don't know if you guys can see that indecisive candlestick there, that cross, virtually no body on that candlestick with a head and tail. So the crypto market has basically been following along. Adding to the bearish action was the movement of 16,600 Bitcoin, roughly worth about $1.1 billion, and 166,300 Ethereum, worth roughly $521 million from wallets linked with bankrupt Genesis trading. This action, according to Arkham Intelligence, is likely for in-kind repayments to creditors. So they are liquidating what they had to pay off the bankruptcy creditors. Having already suffered the sale of 50,000 Bitcoin by the German government in early July, the beginning of disruptions from bankrupt exchange Mt. Gox, and looming sales from the U.S. government Bitcoin stash, the Genesis action can now be added to the growing list of supply shock for the crypto market. They're making excuses for why Bitcoin has been moving down. I wanted to bring up the Bitcoin chart and show you guys something that I found interesting. We've got Bitcoin on the daily here. What I wanted to show you guys was this, something that I noticed that I thought was interesting here. If we go to the trough of the market back from November of 2022, okay, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to bring a time tool and bring it up all the way to where we are today. It has been roughly 623 days. Okay, and we are in this reaccumulation phase, getting up very close to all-time high. We've already breached that all-time high number, but take note of how long this has taken so far. Now, guys, if we go to the trough of the bear market from back in 2018, and I do the same thing, I go up to 623 days roughly, that brings us in and around here, okay, 622, 624, in and around here. Basically another reaccumulation zone for Bitcoin after it did see this push to the upside, then came back down, forming a slow move to the upside, and then boom, the euphoria phase. So even 623, 24 days back in 2020, we still had not hit that euphoria phase. But also, guys, take a look at this. The other thing that I noticed here, Bitcoin had not even reached its all-time high, whereas if we look at this point in time here, Bitcoin has already reached its all-time high, and there are different reasons for that. But guys, this just tells us that in terms of timing, we are right on track. Even though we did not see, that same kind of pattern occur post-halving, we are still on track for the euphoria phase, and it's looking as though the banana zone is going to be coming very, very soon. So crypto market, guys, even though this is the case, we're still seeing neutral sentiment in the space. It's down to about 48, but, basically, I mean, I think that switch is going to be flipped very quickly once we do start seeing a lot of these cryptocurrencies moving up at breakneck speed. Within the last 24 hours, we are pretty much seeing a lot of red on the charts. But, this could be one last time to accumulate your cryptocurrencies, your altcoins. For more information on what I'm trading, guys, you can see my entire portfolio. You can see where I got in at too. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel is the URL. So you can see my cost average prices, where I got in, And you can analyze these cryptocurrencies today, see where they're at. Some of them are below the cost average. Some of them have already moved to the upside. Ultimately, though, what I'm waiting for is this banana zone, and then we're going to start talking about targets. We're going to take a look, keep it simple, and cash out once we think the top of the altcoin market has hit. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for all that info. So as you guys can see, we are on the precipice of this euphoria phase. If you take a look, the crypto market is, of course, down to 2.16 trillion, and 24-hour volume, that is down, of course, too. Bitcoin dominance is creeping up slowly, 55.8%. Let's bring up Bitcoin dominance real quickly here. You guys can see, generally what we've seen in the past, Bitcoin dominance continue to kind of grind to the upside before we see a big move down, and that generally denotes the euphoria phase in the market. So we saw it once over here in 2021. We also saw it in 2017 over here. So we're still in this phase where we're grinding to the upside. Bitcoin, we're still waiting for a decisive move over there on the Bitcoin chart. And the United States government is adding $1 trillion to the national debt approximately every 100 days, sparking fears of runaway inflation. Former President Donald Trump recently proposed using Bitcoin or a crypto check to pay off the U.S. government's staggering $35 trillion debt. So this is a bit controversial for some. In an interview with Maria Bartiromo of Fox News, the Republican Party's 2024 presidential election nominee praises the crypto industry and reiterated his stance that if America does not innovate on the digital asset front, other countries will. The former president then hinted at the role of Bitcoin and how that could play in settling the U.S. debt. Guys, this is what Donald Trump said. Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion national debt. Hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe away our $35 trillion debt. I wish I could do the voice, but I'm not great at the Trump impression. Trump's statement is a nod to the power of the supply-capped asset to absorb and transmute the US dollar inflation into a new system founded on sound money and blockchain technology. Well, he's been doing the right thing. He's been saying the right things time and time again when it comes to the crypto crowd, pro-Bitcoin, and he's surrounding himself with people who are also pro-cryptocurrency. And of course, the United States has got a strong workforce, very intelligent people that can continue to build on blockchain, on DLT technologies. We do not want to be left behind. So this is how it should be moving into, the next 4 years. And I think, the Democrats are now paying attention, paying close attention, and pivoting somewhat on their stance. Let's take a look at XRP, guys. XRP pretty much just following the rest of the crypto space. Something I've noticed on the XRP chart right now, one XRP is trading for around, what are we looking at here? 54.6, so down a little bit from yesterday. But the one thing that I wanted to point out here for XRP, check this out, almost pinpointed to the actual price here of today's price, finding support here at 54.6. If I draw that trend line, you guys can see we did dip down a little bit in early July, moved back up above that trend line, and now XRP sitting right on top of it at 54.6. So I find it peculiar that this kind of thing tends to happen. So I think ultimately, at the end of the day, we are ramping up for that euphoria phase. It is going to be just around the corner. As per what, we're noticing here on the chart, 624 days from the bottom of the market in the last cycle, superimposing that onto this cycle, guys. The euphoria phase could be coming within the next couple of weeks, or at least we could get, inclinations of when we're going to start seeing that crypto FOMO kick in. Michael Branch here bringing this to our attention with regards to Vechain, guys. They have partnered with the Crypto Carbon Ratings Institute to enhance sustainability. So some more news from one of those legacy cryptocurrencies that I hold in my portfolio, also part of the $15,000 plus portfolio at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. So Vechain, guys, has teamed up with CCRI to meet MiCA's stringent sustainability indicators, crucial for EU digital asset integration. So they have been improving there. US spot Bitcoin ETF approval and MiCA enforcement signals new regulatory attitudes, boosting Vechain's blockchain adoption. And Vechain also secured a US carbon trading patent and partners with the UFC, expanding its green blockchain solutions globally. So 3 big kind of milestones here for Vechain. I'm going to leave this in the description of the video for you guys if you're interested. Again, one of those double-edged sword cryptocurrencies, one that does have, real-world utility, but also one of those cryptocurrencies that does move very fast when we have seen spec runs kick off in the past. So I wanted to thank Michael for pointing that out. I also happen to see this from Ripple partner Temos, guys. Temos, one of those larger Ripple Ripple partners, and today they announced the investment management and advisory company has gone live on Temos multi-funds, delivered as SaaS. The company is part of Credit Corp Limited, one of the largest financial groups in Latin America, whose subsidiaries include insurance, pension funds, and microfinance providers, in addition to BCP, Peru's biggest bank. Credit Corp Capital provides a range of financial advisory services, especially in the areas of wealth and asset management, capital markets, and fiduciary businesses, with investment centers in Colombia, Chile, Panama, Peru, Mexico, and the United States. Credit Corp Capital's asset management business has about $10.7 billion US in assets under management in fixed income equities, real assets, and balanced portfolios. So they are partnering with the big players here, and they're migrating from a legacy system to this new technology. The company went live with 71 funds on Temos multi-fund global accounting and global investor servicing, enabling it to handle all back office management of investors and funds across countries in one single instance of multi-funds. So this improves transaction volumes with greater stability, as well as benefiting from improved flexibility and simpler integration with its digital channels. The agility, automation, and reduced complexity of the Temos multi-fund platform will also enable the investment firm to introduce new product lines and expand its service channels more quickly, helping it to remain competitive in the changing market. So just another company here partnering up with a Ripple-enabled company. Temos has been a Ripple partner for quite a while now, adding to the ecosystem and streamlining payments to make them just basically more efficient, more cost-effective, and ultimately better for the end user in these particular countries, many of them in South America, but also including Mexico and the United States. So some great news there. I also happen to see this from Mr. Man, guys. Ripple partner Hashkey secures a major payment institution license in Singapore. So check this out. Hashkey, OTC, secures a major payment institutional license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. It was also reported here by The Block. Hashkey Group's over-the-counter trading arm is the latest crypto firm awarded a payment license by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The license, introduced under the Payment Services Act of 2019, enables companies to provide digital payment tokens services in the Southeast Asian city-state. Here's a quote, guys. "This significant achievement solidifies Hashkey's OTC's position as the leading provider of regulated OTC trading," the firm wrote in a statement, adding it underscores its efforts to achieve regulatory compliance. In February, Hashkey was awarded in principle approval for a major payment institution license. It had previously operated under a regulatory exemption to provide spot trading, fiat on-ramps, and settlement services. Hashkey Group, founded in 2018 in Hong Kong, is a financial services company that provides crypto services across Asia via its exchange, asset management, node operation, tokenization, and NFT units, but it also has offices in Singapore, Japan, and Bermuda. So this crypto hub, it is growing, and as you guys can see here, Ripple did fully license to provide digital payment token services in Singapore. So that was back from late last year. From a few months ago, Ripple also did collaborate to introduce supply chain finance to Japan, and this is where they did partner with Hashkey Dex to introduce the XRP Ledger-powered enterprise solutions in Japan. So some great news there, guys, connecting another Ripple partner to the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Wanted to thank Mr. Man for posting that. Good Morning Crypto and some others over there on Twitter also noticed this. Ripple did just launch their new stablecoin RLUSD page. So on their website, the coin, just to clarify here, the coin has not been released yet, but it looks like they are preparing for the coin to be released. Transact with confidence using Ripple USD. So this is a brand new page on the Ripple website. Instant payouts and easy fiat to stablecoin on and off ramps worldwide. So they just give a bit of an explanation here. Hold, buy, and trade USD on-chain with a stablecoin purpose-built for payments. The Ripple USD is being designed to maintain a constant value of $1 issued on the XRP Ledger and Ethereum blockchains. Ripple USD will be fully backed by the segregated reserve of cash and cash equivalents and redeemable one-to-one for a US dollar. So nothing that we don't already know, but I think the actions speak louder than words. The fact that they already have the page up means that we are probably going to get an announcement very, very soon that we're going to see the RLUSD enter the ecosystem shortly. XRP Drops here posting this, Ripple USD for business. So just some more information here taken from one of Ripple's web pages. RLUSD for business. So, of course, remittances and money transfers. It enables seamless and instant cross-border settlement and easy stablecoin, fiat, and crypto asset for on and off ramping. This is what Ripple wants their customers to have access to, so that they can continue to leverage the XRPL using a stablecoin. Because I'm feeling like now Ripple is feeling like companies, businesses, they're all focused on, okay, we're going to use a crypto, but it is going to be denominated in USD because a lot of these companies are already used to doing business in USD. Stablecoin now, or stable coins rather, have now become the mode of transaction. So leveraging XRP to serve as liquidity to transfer these USD is still going to be part of the story here. So centralized exchanges drive trading volume growth with a trusted, transparent, and stablecoin partner. And then the payment service provider. So tap into global liquidity and new markets with a regulatory compliant stablecoin. Also, XRP Drops did post this, so it's just some more information from their website. Why use Ripple USD? And here are just some reasons to do so. So instant settlement, deep liquidity, multi-chain issuance, and programmable finance. I gotta say, I'm really interested to see how this is received once it does come out. I know there's been a lot of anticipation in the XRP community, but we are investors in XRP. Ultimately, it's going to be real-world use case, and when stablecoins become fully adopted in the United States, the question then becomes how much market share will the RLUSD take up, and how that is going to be utilized, and what kind of quantity and what kind of volumes we're going to see activity on the XRP ledger leveraging the RLUSD. So wanted to thank Good Morning Crypto there, of course XRP Drops as well, just for posting those tweets too. And Smoke also made an appearance on Echo X's. I think they had a little bit of a conversation here explaining in depth how XRP could in fact be the catalyst, guys, for altcoins to rally this season. And I'm going to explain why. Smoke does a great job here of explaining why. I'm going to touch on the highlights, but wanted to give him full credit for this because this was a big find. Okay, institutional documentation breakdown of why XRP will lead this upcoming alt season. So, when we think of the altcoins, we think of I feel like in this day and age, we don't even consider Ethereum one of the altcoins anymore. So when we remove Bitcoin and Ethereum from the mix, I mean, even TradingView has a specific chart dedicated to every single cryptocurrency minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. That would be the total 3 chart. We see that altcoins can and have taken on a bit of a life of their own. And so when we take a look at this theory here, okay, and we take a look, if we can kind of, subtract Ethereum from the mix, take a look at all other altcoins. Here's what Smoke is suggesting. Altcoin season, when Bitcoin and Ethereum prices start to correct after breaking all-time highs, liquidity begins to rotate into cheaper altcoins, providing even greater returns than Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is a first-of-its-kind analysis abundantly illustrating the institutional perspective of altcoin season and how institutional capital will flow into crypto tokens like XRP. So he brings up some interesting points, and I'm going to link this video clip in the description for you guys. It is 9 minutes, so quite lengthy, but I'm going to go over some of the salient points here. We talked a little bit about the Stocks Digital Asset Blue Chip Index several months ago. The Stocks Digital Asset Blue Chip Index tracks a diversified basket of digital assets utilizing crypto-native metrics to select those which serve as a reflection of the crypto universe today. The index tracks the performance of those assets which are deemed to be blue chip in terms of quality, activity, robustness, and financial strength. And so some of the key characteristics that they look at here: quality, representative nature, the diversification, transparency as well, the transparent nature of it, sector consideration, and executable asset pricing. As we're taking a look at some of those factors here, if I just scroll down to page 3 here, and I will link all this in the description of the video for you guys, you can see here some of the top 5 components here consist of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, and Tron. Now, again, if we remove Bitcoin and Ethereum from the mix, I mean, considering Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's funny how Ethereum has kind of moved from being an altcoin to kind of a main cryptocurrency, I guess. So much so that TradingView would create an entire chart which would exclude Bitcoin and Ethereum from the total altcoin market cap. The next one in line here at 11.71% is XRP. So in terms of weight, we've got Bitcoin at 30%, Ethereum at 30%. The next largest one, guys, is XRP. So the number one altcoin in terms of weighted percentage if you disregard Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, this gets even more interesting when you bring up this crypto wealth management report, okay? Another report that Smoke discovered over there. So if I go to page 9, and I go down here, guys, I'm going to look at the Smart Selection bankable products, okay? Part 1, check this out. Finding alpha in alt season. The rise in Bitcoin fueled by institutional adoption in ETFs makes this bull run different. So that is something else that we need to be aware of. The fact that this bull run could in fact look very, very different than former bull runs, and we're already seeing that here with the 625 bar pattern that I showed you guys at the top of the video. Bitcoin dominance shows that holding 54% of the market weight at the time of the writing and BlackRock's IBIT ETF recording its first ever day of zero inflows. The true value of Bitcoin in discovery and the steady rise over sharp jumps in dominance suggests that that the altcoin market isn't weak. If institutions are already well positioned in the Bitcoin ETF, then retail is yet to follow. So all eyes are on alt season. The bottom line, Bitcoin continues to outperform traditional asset classes year over year, and thus far in 2024, only a few altcoins have made headlines of their own with no visible turn in Bitcoin's dominance. The bull cycle still has time to unfold, assuming previous cycles play out in a self-fulfilling prophecy. Well positioned to capture the full extent of price action in the alt season are basket indices widely available on European exchanges, with Bitcoin exposure capped in some multi-asset indices. Aggregated index methods are on par with Bitcoin this cycle, with the kicker for later, provided the alt season materializes. So case in point here, though, this is where we're going to see a lot of these altcoins start to rally, guys. They give us an example. One such index is the Stocks Digital Asset Blue Chip Index, diversifying across distinct market segments of the blockchain, leveraging a sector-infused view on the top 75 digital assets to identify the best in class. So guys, here it is. The example they're using is in fact the Stocks Digital Asset Blue Chip Index, the very index that weights XRP as the #1 altcoin, weighted at 11.71% if you do disregard Bitcoin and Ethereum. So could it be that XRP will be the leader of this alt season? Once we do see euphoria kick in, XRP could be first, maybe not last and fast this time around. I mean, it is suggested by the Crypto Wealth Management report from Bitcoin Suisse that they are looking particularly at the Stocks Digital Asset Blue Chip Index as an indicator of which particular altcoins could start rallying first. I don't know, it is just a theory, but again, wanted to thank Smoke here for pointing that out. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.